I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
It has been 2 years, and like I see that people are very confused. Very confused. So I will help bring clarity. Rekieta Law mugshot. That's right. There we are. That's me 2 years ago today. 2 years ago today. So, cheers and salutations. This is not a real black eye. This is not a real black eye. This is a makeup job that I did specifically, again, in celebration of 2 years. At this point, 2 years ago, I was probably asleep. I slept most of my time in jail, but Derek, my cool like cell companion Derek, he was having a good time. He was pacing back and forth like a lunatic. Everything was great. So my hair doesn't comb quite the same as whatever was going on in that picture. Oh my God. I wish Derek, if I could get that guy on the show, he seems like he has a good story. The one thing I did have to do that was hardest for this costume was I had to deflate my shoulders. They're massive, actually. In real life, they're huge. But during my, my arrest, I was 150 pounds, 149 technically. I was 149 pounds. So I did have to deflate my shoulders a bit for this show. I did do that. Do the other eye too for more effect. The mugshot only had the one. I only had one. And I've told the true story of this black eye before, so I don't know. I don't know if we'll revisit that. It's one of my favorite stories. I love that story. I think it's in hindsight, it's really funny to me. But some people are like really serious about everything, and they're like, "How dare you? How dare you talk about things?" It's like, well, I don't know. May 22nd of 2024 was one of the craziest days of my entire life. May 23rd was a disaster, just a catastrophe. But did I get an officer in trouble? No. So I guess not everybody knows the story. So maybe I'll tell it. Maybe I'll tell it in full. And damn, Nick looks like he got a black eye. Black eye. Black eye, not black guy. We don't have those around here. Kimby PhD says, "What a difference a day makes." No truer words. No fucking truer words. Yep. From the wildest day entirely to the worst day. One thing I do want to say is, if anybody, so like in honor of the anniversary, 2 years since everything like fully collapsed. I mean, it was a long collapse. It was a long collapse. Things were not put together for a really long time. And, we don't need to get into all of the details about that, but a whole lot of things came together, right at this time. And it was a hard fucking fall. And I don't mean about what, like hitting my face. I mean, I feel like I need to get the mugshot Like maybe I should replace the Johnny Depp picture with my mugshot. I can set that up real quick. I don't know if people like get it. But yeah, everything collapsed really, really hard. Raggedy Man says, 2 years and still sober. I'm proud of you. Now, I would love to claim credit for 2 years of sobriety, but that would be a lie. My last drink was on April 15th of 2025, which was 3 days before my sentencing. And that's some people kind of like freak out about that when I say it, because it's like but I was on unrestricted release. I posted bond, and I was on a restricted release in the family case while the kids were out of the house. We were prohibited from, while the family case is going, while the kids were out of the house and while they were in the house and the family case is going, we were prohibited from having alcohol or drugs, and we were drug tested all the time, 3 to 4 times a week minimum. And so, but that ended in November of 2024, just a little bit before Thanksgiving is when that ended. And then there was this, obviously November, whenever that ended, to the April 18th, that period of time, I was on no restrictions, no drug testing or alcohol testing, no restrictions. And I was able to drink, and I did. Absolutely. I knew that I would be restricted from drugs and alcohol for the next while. I didn't know if it was going to be 5 years, but that was kind of the idea. We kind of knew that would probably be the number. And so I was hoping it would be 12 months, but it, obviously it was 5 years. And with that, as that was coming up, I was like, well, I was drinking whiskey because I wasn't going to be able to, and I really like whiskey. So that was like, I have no problem saying that when I signed up for probation after my sentencing, the guy said, he's like, he asked me, he's like, when was the last time you had anything? And I said, I had, alcohol on the 15th was my last drink. And this was on, oh, thank you, lady. Yeah. This was on the 18th that he was asking me, 'cause right after sentencing, you have to go and get signed up. So, and I drug tested then. I don't even know if I tested positive for alcohol at that time, because it had been, it had been several days. Well, it was 3 days. But yeah, so I was like, I'll probably test positive for alcohol, but that didn't matter. It was no big deal. Miss Deus Volt. It's not a new tat. I've had it for a while now. But I didn't have it when I got arrested. That is, I had the outline, I think. God, I can't remember now. I can't remember. Raggedy Man, 2 years and still sober. I'm proud of you. We addressed this. Thank you. I am still sober, but it hasn't been 2 years. It has been over a year, though. A year and a month, plus a couple days. And, I'd say it's one day at a time, but it really isn't. Most of the time, I don't think about drinking or drugs or anything. There's some things that kind of trigger it. And you go, fuck, man, it'd be really cool to have a drink or something right now. But then you get over it. Or I do. Not everybody is as fortunate that way. I consider myself very, very fortunate because I do have low physical dependency issues. I really didn't have much withdrawal. I think I did eventually have withdrawal symptoms, but they weren't prominent. And they really didn't set in. Where was I? I just got distracted. Oh yeah. I have low physical dependency. I don't get physically addicted to things at the level that some other people do. I'm not prone to that. I think a lot of people get confused because I used a lot of substances, but I really liked them. That was the real problem, is that I really liked them. When I had to quit, quitting was not difficult for me. I don't like saying that uncautiously, because I know I have friends who have struggled with addiction. I know a lot of people have struggled through those issues, and so I don't mean to make light. I don't mean to make light and say like, oh well, you just quit or whatever. I was able to just quit. I, on occasion, want drugs or alcohol, of course. Like, I don't know if that'll ever fully go away, no matter what. But I've never had like a compulsion or been like, I just can't not do. Like it's been very easy for me to stay clean, if that makes sense. And so, please don't misunderstand me for just saying like that wasn't ever a struggle for me. I know it's a struggle for other people. But yeah, thanks, brother Raggedy Man. I appreciate that. It says, can you answer honestly what it was like to have everything and knowing you lost everything? I think people might love an RDJ arc. Got you more than you think. I still want to support you, thus my super chat. I appreciate your super chat, but let me say this, Eggly F and Dan. I didn't come anywhere close to losing everything. I didn't lose the most important things to me. Thank God I didn't. I lost a lot, but most of what I lost was progress and time. And if you look on the internet and you try and like determine what I lost based on people from the outside commenting on things, what I've lost the most is their projections of stuff. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I really don't. But people have an idea of what things must be like, and how they come to those conclusions. I don't always know, and they probably don't either. Their brain plugs in and fills gaps in information. And so they assume certain things. But I had a bad time, and I had, some things got reset. Some things got turned down, turned up, etc. And there's a lot of loss to go around. But I had a lot of gains too out of it. I'm much healthier now, I think. I don't know. In certain ways, I'm much healthier now. My relationship with my kids was good. My relationship with my kids is great. My relationship with Lady Rackets has healed through some tough stuff. And so like to sit here and whenever I see people say like what I lost and stuff like that, it's like, you actually have no idea at all. So can I answer honestly what it was like to have everything and knowing you lost everything? Well, I didn't have everything either. I had a lot of stuff that some people don't and would like. And that's where I think that feeling comes from. But short answer, how's it feel? He said, on the stuff that you lose, it sucks. Just like, anytime you lose something that's important to you, it sucks. But I'm really thankful for the stuff that I didn't lose. I'm really thankful for the stuff that's gotten better. And, life is a bowl of changes, man. If you're not changing as life goes, then you're not living. And, as shitty and painful as it was, I'll take having lived through it, than having not done anything every day. Would I do things a little bit differently? I hate that question. You didn't ask it. This is a straw man. I hate that question because, no, No one would do things differently. They did it the way that they did it. But, you know, I certainly have made a whole bunch of changes as a result of it. But thanks a bunch for the super chat. One last thing about that super chat, because I think there's an underlying thing there that I want to address. And it's this. Just because someone addresses things in a straightforward and lighthearted manner doesn't mean they're not serious. Some people just do things that way. And if you haven't figured out that I do stuff in a straightforward and lighthearted manner pretty much all the time, like much more so now than before, but even before all this, like
Nick kept his wife, kept his kids, kept his dream job, his home, got sober, didn't do jail time, etc. Sure, he lost everything. You idiots.
That's one way to say it. That really is. That's one way to say it. But yeah, and it completely derailed what I was saying. People think that there's like dishonesty or whatever because I approach something with mirth. And again, like I don't have enough shame for them. Like they want more shame or more whatever. And it's like, I'm sorry. That's just not how I do life. I don't do life that way. I'm not saying other people should do it the way I do it. There's a whole bunch of fucking problems with how I do things sometimes. But man, I don't go through shame and regret because you make your decisions and you did it. You did the thing, you made your decisions. That's what happened. Now you have consequences and you make choices based on that. If you sit around second guessing everything you did, blah, 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 you can't go back and do it different. What's the point of that? You learn from it, you move forward. And so when people assume I'm being dishonest, I think it usually stems from the fact that I'll straight up tell you, like, I did drugs because they were fun, which shouldn't be controversial. That should just be obvious. Like, that's why people do them and things like that. So I think people, they see that and they're like, oh, he's not serious because I'm not repentant enough. I'm not like crying and bitching about it enough. It's like, what do you want, man? You got to move on. You got to move forward. So, plus everybody else on the internet weeping about it has it covered. So I don't know. I don't know. And I don't, when people say things like, can you do this honestly? It's a hard answer to give, not because I won't be honest, but because people have a hard time accepting the honest answer, because what they want is repentance and penance and begging for some sort of forgiveness and atonement. Sorry, I'm not good at those things. And I probably will never do them the way that someone believes they want. It's just not in me. But I really do. I appreciate the chat.
Is there any doubt that if you shoot someone like this, it's attempted murder? Unless it's legally justified?
Okay, here we go.
I don't know.
I'm gonna use this makeup remover.
I'm not sure I see the merit here, but okay.
My fake.
It's not my show. It's Legal Bites.
First-degree murder. And second, there's the elements of criminal attempt. Now, one way to define first-degree murder under Tennessee law is a premeditated and intentional killing of another. So we've got three essential elements. First, there is premeditation. Second, there's intent to kill another person. And third, there's the actual killing of another person.
The guy's not
Now, let's
dead.
start with the element of premeditation. This means that the intent to kill had to be formed before the act itself took place. In other words, the mental state has to be sufficiently free from excitement and passion to be capable of
Well, something is free of excitement and passion.
before the act itself took place. In other words, the mental state has to be sufficiently free from excitement and passion to be capable of premeditation. But, and this is crucial to understand, there is no minimum amount of time for premeditation. That decision to kill can also actually be made in an instant. Now, when the prosecution can prove everything except that the victim actually died, we look at criminal attempt.
I used
and under
arnica
Tennessee
gel.
law for
To prove he shot the guy. We're presumed to intend the probable outcomes of our actions. If you shoot someone, it's just baked in the cake that you were intending to cause.
And hey, Adam.
Hey, Dirty Rat.
Dirty Rat's a good boy. He is. Check him out on the YouTube channel.